2023 was a challenging year for Vanuatu. The island nation was smashed by 3 tropical cyclones, putting further pressure on an already fragile economy. Making matters worse, political turmoil. Between September and October, Vanuatu went through 3 prime ministers after a series of no-confidence motion. First, there was Ishmael Kalsakau.
We promised to deliver to the people.
Then Sato Kilman earned his 5th stint as PM. 23 days later, he was replaced by Shalo Salwai.
Unopposed Prime Minister of the Republic of Vanuatu.
There was going to be a 4th, but the president stepped in. The musical chairs within government has frustrated the people of Vanuatu.
Because a lot of the challenges that have precipitated what is now the road to the referendum is that floor crossing in Parliament has been a particular sport.
I'm not sure if there's a way we can solve this without something like a riot or something bigger. So yes, I'm looking forward to seeing changes.
The political instability has finally prompted government to react.
We've had a very serious problem with instability, with changes in prime ministers and governments. It wasn't due to parties moving, it was due to individual MPs moving out of parties, crossing the floor, individual single MPs hopping to and fro.
On May 29th, the people of Vanuatu will vote in a referendum to decide on 2 constitutional amendments. The changes will prevent MPs from switching political parties during their term and ensure independent MPs affiliate with a party stay with that party for the full term. Should they be terminated or resign, the seat will then become vacant and trigger a by-election.
It won't stop instability completely because we are still allowing political parties to be able to move and leave a coalition if they want to join the opposition. We believe that if we stop independent or single members from being able to move, then we will greatly reduce the political instability we're seeing in the past few years.
But there are still lingering questions over the vote.
There should be more awareness according to this topic. I'm 30 years old, but I'm still 90% unsure of what's going on. So
I've just come back from Tana 2 weeks ago, and maybe 10 ladies told me they don't know anything about 29. And they are scared, they are frightened of going to the polling station to vote because they don't know. What are they going to do?
I think the government should get more campaigns into the community and get involved more with the young people, because most of the young people doesn't know what to vote on 29th of May. They are not sure if they are going to give their vote or not because they don't understand what the referendum is.
A lack of public consultation was the key reason Ishmael Kalsakau recently resigned as opposition leader and called for the referendum to be postponed.
Somebody else thinks they can do a better job, then let them try.
A no-vote campaign group led by Kalsakau's brother Joshua will have a case heard in Vanuatu's Supreme Court to try and stop the referendum from going ahead. For voters, it's clear they want change.
When it comes to assistance in terms of anything, materials or whatever, I am just calling on the government. Can we do that equally to everybody, men and women?
I hope that the referendum will change the environment of the parliament and of course the system, which we need more qualified people to bring us forward.
And referendum results could be known by June 10th. Joining me now to further discuss the national referendum is former Prime Minister Ishmael Kalsakau. Hello and welcome to the Pacific.
Thank you very much for the invitation. I'm pleased to be here.
Now, can we please start with what's happening in New Caledonia? Vanuatu has also had a challenging relationship in the past with France. What is your response to what's happening in New Caledonia now?
Yes, it's pretty sad, isn't it? I mean, it's like the goalposts have changed for the Kanaki people, but Vanuatu remains steadfast in its support for the Kanaki people, as long as they are unanimously resolved that they wish to determine their own fate, then they will always enjoy the 100% support of Vanuatu.
So what do you think will be the best way forward to restore peace?
It would be wise for the French government, and I say this with the greatest respect, to pursue dialogue with them using their traditional structures, so that at the end of the day they can restore back some respect, bring respectability back to the table, and they can move forward by way of discussions and dialogue to determine what it is that they want for their future.
To the referendum, you recently resigned as opposition leader, saying there needed to be 1, more public consultation, and 2, the referendum was poorly drafted. Now, were there any other concerns around the referendum?
Well, the reaction that I've received from people is, have we really exhausted all our avenues to deal with instability, other than just resorting to restriction of rights guaranteed to the people? And people are questioning whether those discussions have been exhausted or otherwise, and the people need to explore for themselves whether this is the right path to take.
Now, there's a no-vote group that are trying to stop the referendum, and that case will be heard in the Supreme Court soon. Your brother Joshua, he's one of the leaders. Now, is this a group you support?
They visited me when I was the opposition leader, and I must say that I felt that 90% of the membership of the no group were people who just weren't in the know at all. They were confused, believed they needed more time, so that at the end of the day, no one's denied their right to go and vote for an issue like the referendum. And nobody's dragged into a polling booth by the government, hell-bent on a direction that could be detrimental to the people themselves.
And finally, how will the outcomes of this referendum impact Vanuatu?
Well, the theory is that it will keep governments stable, so that the governments will be able to provide delivery services to the people. That remains to be seen whether that will eventuate. But we need responsible leadership, making sure that the leadership tomorrow is responsible, combating corruption in a big way, keeping leaders honest, and making sure that they adhere to the promises that they give to their people. Then it isn't something that can happen overnight, and I don't think a constitutional amendment, with the greatest respect, will achieve that overnight.
Thank you too much for your time, Mr. Kalsakau.
Thank you so much.